Hey there, welcome everybody. We are replaying the 2019 series ALCS. Well, I don't know if it's called a replay because it hasn't been played yet. So I'm trying to play it before it happens. So I guess it's a pre-play. It's a pre-play, and we're playing the Yanks and the Astros. We are in Houston, Minute Maid Park. And it's Luis Severino on the mound for this is game two, actually. First game saw and I'll show you what that looked like real quick here. The first game, let's see where I have it. 3-1. The score was 3-1. Let's look at it quickly. It was Greinke who went 8 innings, allowed 8 hits and 1 run, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. Tanaka went 5 innings. He allowed 3 runs. Then it was the Yankee bullpen who pitched 3 innings and allowed only 1 hit. So I think the key, and that's at the bottom there, you can see that it was Canley and Britton and Ottavino. And I think that's the key to the series: using the Yankee bullpen versus the Astros starting staff. So that's what we're doing right now. Now I'm going to have to print out some cards because I noticed that some of the relievers that the Astros are using are not even carded in the set for 2019. Like yesterday, they used 3 guys. One of them is named Rogers, and I think another one was named May, and they are not carded. I don't know. Oh, and the other one was named Ramos. The ex-Giant reliever Ramos. He's not carded for the Astros either. So those are cards I have to make up. Now, I make up some quick cards. That's the great thing about, hey there, ID Jester, how are you? It's always great to see you, man. Always do good stuff, and you have an interesting, commentary, which is really critical. Now, the great thing I like about History Maker Baseball, I've gotten hooked on it. I jump from game to game, but I've really thought I was only going to play a couple of games with History Maker Baseball, but it's addicting. Okay, so I admit that I have to go to History Maker Baseball Anonymous and tell them I'm CP and I'm an addict, because I've gotten. So the cool thing about this is you don't really totally need cards. I mean, I have these blank cards. Let me show you. You can print these out. Right. And then you just write like any guy that you really think you need, that you really want to use. Well, I just write it out, just get a pen and write out. I have a little booklet somewhere here that you buy. It's like $5-6 from the company, and it tells you how to create cards. And it's going to be representative, of the guy pretty much. I mean, and it's real quick to do. So you can actually create everybody and have everybody, and it's just at your fingertips. So that's the great thing about History Maker Baseball. So I don't have to order extra card sets, or rant and rage because my company is not providing what the customer base wants. They're just basically turned their backs to the customer base, and that's what it is. So that's the great thing about History Maker Baseball. Anybody can create a card. Interesting. Sure. Not playing Stratomatic. Oh, hell, do you like this when playoff baseball? Just wonder. Yeah, well, I do like it. I mean, it's the score right now. I'm very happy about the score. It's 4-3. You got Luis Severino, who I created very quickly because he only had 3 starts on the year for the Yankees. I don't know how they went. I really didn't care because he did pitch in the playoff last week, and he pitched 4 scoreless innings, allowed 4 hits. But I didn't want to give him an ace rating. I thought that would be unfair. So what I did was just gave him no rating at all. So we don't know what he's going to do. I may rate him. Now, I may have to rate Verlander as well. And let me show you how that works, because when I got this card set, this whole set, let me pull that up here so you can see. Here you got, there you go. You got Severino there. And what happens, let me bring this into the. So what happens with Verlander, now he was rated a star, but this was done mid-August. So I don't know what his ERA was, but I know he pitched a no-hitter within that time that the season ended between the middle of August and the end of the season. So the cool thing about History Maker Baseball, let me show you real quick. So these are some more blank cards that I have. You can see that. You can print that right off of the site as well. And I'm looking for the page where you're allowed to create players. And since I'm looking for it, here it is. Found it. No, did not find it. Oh, I did not. Well, I have some more rules, and I know I have that in one of my cards as well. I have a few of them lying around all over the place. I made some copies for myself, not to sell, for myself so if I misplace one. Anyway, I don't see it anywhere, and that's a little frustrating. Oh, here it is. Okay, I found it. All right, so let's say you want to create a guy like Verlander. I mean, he has a 2.58 ERA by the end of the season. Let's look and see what he should be. So 250, he should be a semi-ace. You see that? Between 225 and 274, he should be a semi-ace. So, and he's a star right now because I think his ERA was a little bit higher. So I'm going to have to make that adjustment, make that into a semi-ace card, right? And that's easy to do. You know, I normally don't write on cards, but in this case, I'm writing on this because he's got to be a semi. And the way they do that is just do there you go, semi-ace. Oh, wait, that's terrible. Don't do it that way. So he's going to be a semi. Let's do that done here. There you go. All right, so I corrected that because Verlander had a better season than he's being given credit for. So that's the type of thing that you can do with History Maker Baseball, which is very cool. I mean, you're your own creator almost, and that will adjust his rating down a little bit. About 258, and I'm not sure where he was in the middle of August, but that'll put it in the range that he should be in approximately. Now, granted, one argument could be about History Maker Baseball. Hey, things are not specific. You're not going to get exact results. Well, you tell me which set gives you exact results. I haven't found it yet. I don't care how great everybody says one game is or another game is. I never get exact results. I was playing a strat season replay, and Cespedes, who batted 288, 290, was batting 197. You know, I'm playing another set, payoff pitch, and I got one guy that's batting 50 points lower and one guy that's batting 30 points higher. In other words, it's okay. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be the exact replica. I don't think that's possible. And when I played APA, you know, I replayed Sandy Koufax season. One thing that disappointed me was that he couldn't stop any doubles or home runs, you know, with the basic system. When you play the basic system, your pitchers aren't going to stop double or home runs. I don't care who you bring in. He's going to give up a double. He's going to give up a double. And that I didn't like that. You see, that's the one thing I still play app. I still have it right here. All right. Still play it. I'm playing the 87 Mets season using APA. I really love APA. But that's the little thing that gets under my skin. So anyway, let's play the ball game. It is 4-3. The Astros are coming up to bat. It's Luis Severino's fictional card, which I created. He's going to face Josh Reddick, who's a semi-slugger, semi-eager, and Maldonado, not Candy Maldonado, but what's his name? Martin Maldonado, and then ultimately George Springer. Now, one thing I do want to learn more about is how the fielding is very interesting because they base fielding. I don't know exactly how they do it. I got to find out more about it and learn more about it, but they base fielding on like team total errors. I think Payoff Pitch does errors per stadium. Very fascinating how these different companies kind of figure that out. All right, so let's play a little bit here. Let's see if you can see the card. Let me bring the cards into view. There you go. I'll slide this into screen a little bit more, and I'm going to move this so we don't have that glare. And let's get started. It's 4-3. Philip Reynolds, how are you, brother? Good to see you. It's 4-3 Yankees. It was Sanchez on the top of the fourth hit a 3-run home run. It's Verlander, who's now a semi-ace, versus Luis Severino, who does not have a ERA quality. So he's just that would represent, actually, if you look at this, the ERA quality of no quality would be 375 to 425. But the minute he gives up a couple of base hits, he's getting pulled, because I believe the key to this series, which plays tonight at about 7 o'clock, I think, the key to this series is the Yankee bullpen. I think they match up almost, identically when it comes to fielding and when it comes to batting and power and ERA and batting average and on base percentage. I don't see any of these two teams having an edge. When it comes to starting pitching, I believe that, of course, the Astros have the advantage with Cole. Is it Cole? What's his name? The guy they got from that was famous on Pittsburgh and had a crazy year. Well, they have Greinke, right? They have Greinke. Yeah, Cole. Okay. And so they have Cole, Greinke, and now Verlander. And I think that the edge goes to the Astros. But the bullpen, I believe that Ottavino, an ace, right? Look at that. He's an ace. And Zach Britton, an ace. Canley, a star. Chapman, semi-ace. Okay, so Green. Well, Green is a semi-struggler. You don't want to, but I've seen Ford. No, Ford is a hitter. And those are the guys I've seen so far. So you got at least 3 aces in the bullpen, and at least. So I'm going to learn more about the bullpen as I go in this series. So let's get started. Let's see what happens. It's Josh Reddick comes to the plate. He's going to face Severino. It's a 3-3-4. It asked me ace or star. Well, he's neither. Sad sack, he isn't. That's going to be, unless he's eager, he is not eager. That's going to be a single to left field. So Reddick goes the opposite way and singles to left. He's on at first. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Martin Maldonado now. And we're going to see if we can bunt with Maldonado. He squares, and it's back to the pitcher, and that's going to be a successful bunt for Maldonado. So going to second is going to be 1-4. Pitcher, the second baseman covering first. So there's a runner at second. There's one out, and it's George Springer. George Springer is a righty, and Severino, I believe, is a righty. We need to know that. We should put that on the card. Let's see. Using Baseball Reference, Severino. Luis Severino, he throws right. So he's a righty, and that goes right here, pitching righty. All right, so here goes George Springer. Oh, Jesus. And that's a 4.56. 4.56 asked me, is he patient? He is not patient. It's going to be a fly out to deep center field. Back goes Gardner and makes the catch. So that's 2 away, gets it in quickly, and Reddick hustles back to second. So there's 2 outs now, and it's the lefty Brantley here in the bottom of the 4th. Now, we do have a 1-run lead, but we don't want to act too quickly here. It's still early. So let's see if Severino could get through this one batter. 2 outs, runner in scoring position, 4-3 Yankees, bottom of the 4th. That's a 2.25. 2.25. Ask me if he's star. The pitcher's not star. Then it goes to slugger or sad sack. Most guys are sluggers, and Brantley is a slugger, and that's going to be a high fly to right field. Coming in as Judge, he's under it, makes the catch, and that retires the side. So a huge inning. Every inning we get out of our starter for the Yankees is a godsend, because this gets us closer to bringing the bullpen in, without really overusing the bullpen. So Verlander with his new quality, semi-ace, because the cards came. They're the in-season cards that were produced in mid-August. So he has his new quality. He's going to be facing DJ LeMahieu. Here's the pitch to LeMahieu. 1-1-2. Flash. He is flash. Is he a good eye? He is not. So that's a strikeout. LeMahieu strikes out for the second time today. Next is Aaron Judge, 146. Asked me if he's flash. Oh, he's double flash. So that should have been, wait a second, that should have been 2 strikeouts. And now we just rolled another flash for Gardner, and that's a strikeout. So he's Verlander strikes out the side. Holy smokes. And the Yankees go down in order. That was quick. Top of the 5th. Top of the 5th, the Yankees are up 4-3. The big shot was by Sanchez, a 3-run home run in the top of the 4th inning. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. Severino's still in there for the Yankees. Now, I created Severino's card because Severino had only 3 starts the whole season. So I threw his card together by using this, what do they call it here? It's the History Maker Baseball How-To Guide. And this is a great, fun game. I can't say enough how cool this game is. If you just love baseball and just enjoy the whole idea of gaming, and regardless of exact stats for this guy or that guy, it's a really, really great game, and you're not going to get exact stats with anybody, so I don't even worry about that. Right now we got a great game going. It's 4-3 Yankees going to the bottom of the 5th. Severino. Now the Yankees have the bullpen stirring. The bullpen is stirring for the Yanks. The bullpen for the Yanks, they have Chad Green, a lefty, is up, and so is Tommy Kahnle, so the righty. So the Yanks have 2 men up in the bullpen just in case, and I think that's going to be the difference for the Yanks in this game, how they use the bullpen. Here's Jose Altuve. Now, in yesterday's game, the Yanks lost it 3-1, so they're down 0-1 in the series. Altuve went 3 for 3 and walked, so he reached base every time. And today he's got 2 hits, 2 singles. So Altuve is really showcasing his hitting talents. 3-4-5. Iron catcher now. Sanchez is considered semi-iron. The Decided Die says he is not. Thank goodness, because otherwise it's an automatic base on balls. Ask me if he's a good eye. He is not. And that's a strikeout. Holy smokes. Finally, Altuve's retired. Goes fishing on a curveball by Severino. And that's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Alex Bregman steps to the plate. And it's a 3-4-5. Did we just roll that? We did. This time it's going to be a base on balls because it's asked me if the catcher is iron. He is iron. So Bregman walks. So there's a runner on first. There's a lefty, Yordan Alvarez. We are in the bottom of the 5th. We are very cautious. So we could bring a lefty here who would be an ace. And then we would, of course, he would face only 1 batter. It's a little bit early. We're hoping that Severino can get 1 more out. If not, he's going to be replaced, and we're going to bring in the righty Kahnle. All right, see what happens. And that's a 5-6-6. 5-6-6. Ask me if Severino's wild. He is not. Ask me if Yordan Alvarez, who had 2 home runs in yesterday's game, is a good eye. He is not. And that's a strikeout. That's a blue strikeout. Takes us to the blue. Well, I don't know, ID Jester. I think the Astros are going to give them a run for their money. I really mean it. I mean, this is a close series, man. This is the series to watch, in my humble opinion. This is the series to watch because these are 2 powerhouse teams. Just up and down the lineup. These are really all-star teams facing each other. The difference is going to be the pitching. That's going to be, and the stadium. Remember, Minute Maid here in this game is semi-small. What does that mean? That fly balls go out of the park. So that's going to be tough on the Yankees, but it's also going to be tough on the Astros. So we're going to see what happens. So we're going to go to what did we say it was 5-6-6? It's a blue strikeout. So we're going to go to blue strikeout for Gurriel. Gurriel is up. Alvarez goes down swinging, and there's 2 outs with Bregman on at first base. Here's the pitch from Severino. Oh, sorry, we got to only throw 2 dice on this blue. 2-5. Is the batter hot? Well, the batter is not hot. Gurriel is not hot, so that means it's lined and caught by the first baseman, LeMahieu, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, 1 walk. And after 5 complete, it's Yankees 4 and Astros 3. So again, Verlander takes the mound, and he's going to be facing Edwin Encarnacion. Edwin Encarnacion walked and doubled. He scored 2 runs today. So here's the pitch to Edwin. It's a 246. Control pitcher. He is control. That's a comebacker. Verlander feels his position, 1 away. Next is Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton had very few at-bats, and I threw his card together. He's a slugger, semi-home run king, semi-hero, patient whiffer. He's stoic and an icon. Here's the pitch, and that's 4-4-5. 4-4-5 asks me if Verlander's a workman. He is not. Patient. He is patient. That's going to be a walk. So Stanton walks for the second time. Stanton's reached base all 3 times today. Gleyber Torres, he's the hot batter for the day. He's 0-for-2, though. But he is identified as the hot batter until, I guess, the 5th. Then he becomes a semi-hot batter. I think that's the way they do it. Or I may have it backwards, but as long as I do the same thing for both teams, it's 145. Struggler, no, 145 is a ground out to third base. He goes to second for 1, back to first in time. 5, 4, 3, round the horn, double play. Yanks are retired. Yanks are retired. Verlander with another pretty quick inning there. Walked the batter, but then quickly retired him on a double play. Philip, the Yankees and the Astros should go 7. I believe it. I believe it. These teams are very, very well matched. All right. Carlos Correa. Again, we have Luis Severino, a righty facing the righty Correa. Here's the pitch from Severino. 3-3-3. Now that's trouble. Anytime you have triple digits like that, utility or sad sack. He is not utility. He's not sad sack. That's going to be a triple unless it's got 3 stars and he's a home run king. He's a semi-home run king. The side of the die says no, so it's going to be a triple off the top of the wall. Bounces away from Gardner, and around second is Correa. Here's the relay, and not in time. Triple for leading off for Carlos Correa. Josh Reddick. Now, this is the bottom of the 6th, and we're going to bring in Chad Green. And we're going to, the way I do it, I use these highlighters. So Chad Green is going to be green. So he comes in. He's going to be facing Josh Reddick. So Severino's out. Did a pretty good job. I mean, relatively speaking. And the infield is going to be drawn in for the Yanks. Going to be facing Reddick. And it's 3-3-3 again. Whoa. Wow. Okay, that doesn't happen very often. Utility or sad sack, he's neither. And that's going to be a back-to-back triples. And that ball is shot down the line into the corner. And after it is Judge. It rolls away from him. Around second goes Reddick to third base. The relay not in time. Back-to-back triples. The game is tied. Holy smokes. So that's going to be it for Chad Green. He gets pulled quickly. And Tommy Kahnle is going to come in. Kahnle is going to be purple. Purple and green, Joker colors. Kahnle is going to face Martin Maldonado. Infield's in for the Yanks. And that's a 2-5-6. 2-5-6 struggler. No, champion or patient. He is neither. Infield drama. So we're going to roll now 2 dice. Infield drama, 1-3. Third baseman iron. No, he is not. Otherwise, routine ground out. So we're going to have to look. We're going to have to look on here to see what happens with the ground out. So the infield is playing in. We rolled a 1. So run around third, holds. All right, so it's 5-3. 1 out now. They held Reddick at third, and it's George Springer. Now it's Tommy Canley. Let me write him in. I hadn't done that. Tommy Canley. Canley's a star. He was an ace there. He's a double flash and semi-control. Here's the pitch. It's a 4.55. 4.55 flash. He is double flash, so that's strikeout. And Brantley comes up, and he strikes out. So great job by Tommy Canley. After Green came in, Chad Green came in and allowed a triple to score Correa with a runner on third and nobody out. Tommy Canley comes in and shuts the door on the Astros' high-powered offense, which is something I like to see. So we're going to keep Canley in there for a while. It's much easier to play to game American League than the National League because there's limited pitching changes. You don't have to pull a pinch hitter all the time, so it's much easier to play. It goes much quicker. So Gary Sanchez is up now. Sanchez is 1 for 2. He struck out and homered. It's a 4-4 game right now. That was 1 run on 2 big hits. Justin Verlander, Gary Sanchez, 123. Both flash and fresh. Well, he's not fresh anymore, and that's a ground ball to short. That's 1 away. Next is Didi Gregorius, and that's a 2.56. 2.56 struggler. No champion or patient, neither. Infield drama. See what happens there. Infield drama is a 2.5. Second baseman iron, no. Otherwise, it's a bouncer. Ground out, 4-3. 2 away. Here in the top of the 7th inning, it's a 4-4 game. Do not change that dial. This is a nail biter for sure. Verlander, the pitch to Gio Urshela, who's grounded out twice. That's a 1.56. A 1.56. Is he a whiffer? He is not a whiffer. Outfield drama. So that could mean a whole host of things that could work in the Yankees' favor. That's a 1.5. Left fielder gold. Left fielder is not gold. So that's a ball that drops in front of Brantley. A single for Urshela. And then we're going to go to the team chemistry. Yankees are semi-dissident because they lost that first game, while the Astros are semi-harmonious. Whoa. And that's going to be a 2.6. A 2.6 batting team harmony, no. Ground ball, second base. And that's going to retire the side. So Yanks get 1 hit, but they leave him on. And that's all she wrote here in the top of the 7th. So after 6.5, it's 4-4. Tommy Canley is going to face Altuve. Altuve is 2 for 3 today, hand struck out. And we're getting that heartbeat going here with the camera. It's 124. Let's see what happens. 124. Where are we? 124 control. Canley is semi-control, so he is not. 124 eager. Altuve is not eager, so it's going to be a base on balls, and if he's active, he steals. He is not. So Altuve walks. Altuve's on first. Bregman up. The pitch from Canley, 3-3-4. 3-3-4 says ace or star. Canley's a star, so that's a pop-up to the right side. Right there is LeMahieu. 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. It's a 4-4 game. 1-1-5. Fresh. He's semi-fresh. The side guy says he is. That's a pop fly to the left side now. Shortstop there. And that's Gregorius. 2 out. Runner on first. Bottom of the 7th. 4-4 game. Astros. Yankees at Minute Maid Park. Tommy Canley on the mound against Yuri Gurriel, the Cuban. 146, the Mad Cuban. 146, flash. Canley is double flash. He's not a good eye. So that's a strikeout. So Canley records his third strikeout of the day. And he goes two big innings for the Yanks, 2.0. He allows but one walk. Strikes out 3. Oh, actually 1, 2. Yeah, strikes out 3. And Green went 0, gave up a hit. No runs, no earned runs. And it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 innings for Severino. And he gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. Gave up how many runs? Well, he got charged with that one. We're going to say that he gave up 4 runs, but 3 were earned because there was an error on an early in the game. There was an error on Stanton, which allowed a run to score. That may have held up at third base. Base on balls, 1, 2, 3, 4 base on balls. Strikeouts 2, 3 strikeouts, and no home runs. That's the line for Severino. So 0-0 there. We go to top of the 8th inning. Top of the 8th inning, we're going to see Aaron Judge, who spent a lot of the season on the injured reserve list, but still is a semi-home run king and semi-patient. So he's going to be facing Justin Verlander, who's going into his 8th inning of work. Yankees have hit 2, 4, 5 hits off Verlander so far. So here's the pitch from Verlander. Aaron Judge, 134. Gold catcher, no. Champion. He is not a champion. So it's going to be outfield drama. We have to re-roll on the outfield drama book. 115. 1-5 says left fielder gold. And it's the center fielder who's gold and the shortstop who's semi-gold. So that's a no. And that's a line drive base hit, drops in front of Brantley. So Judge is on with a single, and we're going to go to the chemistry chart. Chemistry chart for the Yankees and Gardner. And we can bypass the chemistry chart. We can bunt, and Gardner's going to try to bunt. That's a 5. That's a successful bunt. Over to second goes Judge, and it's Encarnacion. Actually, you know what? We should still go on chemistry. That's a thing I was having a discussion. Should you keep on chemistry? Chemistry is just supposed to be to kind of create diversity for the results, I think, more than anything. And so when it comes up, we're not really bypassing. There's no reason to bypass it. It just creates a different set of results to enlarge the potential result, numbers, individual, results. So anyway, Edwin Encarnacion up with Judge at second base, and he's going to roll on the team chemistry chart. And that's going to be 2-5. 2-5 says pitching team dissonance. They are not. So it's going to be a fly out to right. On a 2, fly out to right, active runner on third base scores on a fly out. And I do not think that Judge is an active. He is not. He's semi-stoic. So that's a shallow fly ball to right field. Right there is Reddick. And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. 2 outs. Top of the 8th. Go ahead and run at second base. Giancarlo Stanton against Justin Verlander. And that's a 146. 146 flash. He is flash. And that's a strikeout. And the side is retired. The Yanks leave 1, score none. And at the end of 7.5, it's 4-4. Now, this is a big game for the Yanks. Yanks have to win this game. I believe they don't want to go down 2-0 and then go to New York for 3 games. They want to win this game and leave Minute Maid Park tied 1-1. Canley is out. We're going to bring in Adam Ottavino. Wow. Yanks have one pretty good set of. So Ottavino is going to be like a fuchsia pinkish, I don't know, whatever you call it. There you go. He's going to go, definitely he's going to go 3. He's going to face Carlos Correa. And it's 4-4, bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch. 2-4-5. 2-4-5. Hero. Correa is a hero. That's line. Base hit, left field. Correa is on with a single. Go ahead, run at first base. Josh Reddick. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a 2-4-6. 2-4-6 control. That's a comebacker. Oh, wait, Ottavino doesn't have control. He's actually semi-wild, so he doesn't have that. Eager or sad sack? He's semi-eager. Semi-eager. The side eye says he is not, so that's going to be a walk. Ball 4. So that's not good. That's not good because now there are 2 men on. Martin Maldonado coming up, and he's going to bunt again. He's bunted before. He's going to move both these runners into scoring position in such a close game. So he's going to bunt again, and that's a 6. We're going to have to roll a second time on that result. We're going to look at the chart here, the chart for bunting. Roll again. See what happens. Oh, Jesus. See what happens when we roll again. So 1, you roll again. Safe at first, fielder's choice, lead runner is out. So it's they run the wheel play, and hustling at third is Gregorius, and the throw from Ottavino gets Correa at third, so it's going to be 1-6, fielder's choice, and that's first and second with 1 out. George Springer now. That's a 1-1-4, fresh. He sure is. That's a ground ball hit right at Gregorius. Gregorius flips to Torres, back to LeMahieu, 6-4-3, double play, and the Yanks get out of the inning. Wow. 1 hit, 1 walk. And the Astros failed to capitalize. Big double play turned by Gregorius to Torres to LeMahieu. Go to the top of the 9th. And now we're going to start looking at the last couple of all right. Okay, so we're going to look at the last couple of games so we can get an idea of who exactly the Astros use. Let's see. The Astros use Osuna. They had Osuna there. And what else? Let's see who else they use in other games. Osuna was used in that one. In this one, which they lost, I guess they were trying to hold on, so they probably used some of their better ones. James, Urquidy, Presley, Smith. Let's see who we got here. Osuna, I know they use him. I've seen them use Rendon, I believe. I got to double check that. Oh, here's Urquidy. Smith, Harris. They used Harris. Josh James. Don't know who that is. Presley. Here's Presley. So these are pretty much the guys that they're using from what I can see. Did I get Smith out? Where's Smith? Let's see if Smith is in here. I've seen Wade Miley come out and do some pitching as well for them. I don't see Smith. I don't know his first name. I have to create a card for him. I don't see Smith at all in this set. Let me double check. But everybody else is there pretty much. So I'm not going to make a Smith card just yet. I won't need him for this game, I don't think. Yeah, I don't see Smith at all. So I'll have to create a card for him if I want to. All right. So we got oh wow, look at this. Ace, Struggler, Flash, and Star. I just think that the Yanks have a little bit, but they have a couple of pretty good ball players here. They got Ryan Presley. So let's see who's coming up for the Yanks. Let's do it that way. Let's see, first of all, let's narrow it. Torres, we got So Verlander's going to get pulled. Torres is a righty. Then we have Sanchez. So we got two righties. So let's bring in a righty. I don't know if Rendon. James. I saw James, didn't I? I just saw James somewhere. So I didn't see Rendon yet. So I'm not sure if he's injured or if he's on the. So that's kind of how I do it. So we're going to put in James, and he's a righty. Urquidy. We got Harris. We're going to bring in Harris, who's an ace. So we don't want to cheat. We don't want to cheat the Astros. So we're going to bring in Will Harris. Will Harris is going to face, and he's going to be orange, Met color orange. And he's going to face three batters. All right, so here goes. It's top of the ninth. The score is 4-4. It's Gleyber Torres leading it off against Will Harris. That's 3-4-5. 3-4-5. Iron catcher. No. Good eye. He is not, and that's a strikeout. That's going to take us to blue. So that's a strikeout for Will Harris. Strikes out Gleyber Torres, and it's Gary Sanchez in the right now. Now, Sanchez is not a hot batter, and the pitcher is a hot pitcher, so this is somewhat of an advantage for the Astros. 5-5, timeout, conference on the mound, play resumes, and batter draws a walk. So Sanchez is on at first. Sanchez on at first, and we're going to leave Sanchez in there. He's gonna run for himself. We're not bringing anybody else, not to replace Sanchez. So Gregorius up against Will Harris. Now he's a lefty. We could bring in a lefty here. We could bring in a lefty to face a lefty. Who's our lefty in the bullpen? I don't even know. I just looked at four guys. Presley's a righty. Urquidy's a righty. James is a righty. Osuna's a righty. Do I have any lefties? Where are my lefties? Oh, Wade Miley's one of my and I saw him pitch at some point. Let me look a little bit further into the so I don't have Smith. He may be a lefty. I don't know why I don't have him. Let's see who he is, actually. So Smith, we're going to check and see who Smith is. He may be on another team. If he's got enough innings pitched on another team. Joe Smith. Joe Smith is another righty. Postseason stats. He was in 28 games, 2019. Who did he play with? Did he play the whole season with the Astros, or did he come from another team? Yeah, he played the whole season with the Astros, I believe. Wait, 2019. Joe Smith. Let's look here. Joe Smith. Joe Smith throws righty. He played with just the Astros, 28 games. He was not carded. All right, so let me see who the Astros have as a lefty. I do not know who the Astros have as a lefty. Let's see. Box score. Who do they use? Osuna. He's not a lefty. Oh, no. I didn't want to go there. Go back. Go through that. Did that game already. 10-3. They lost. So who is it? Astros. Rendon. Oh, Rendon is in there. Okay, is Rendon a lefty now? Let's see. Where did I do with the? Here it is. Hector Rendon. He's a righty as well. Holy smokes. Okay, so Rendon was in there. Miley. We're gonna bring in Miley. Miley's a lefty. He pitched, and he's gonna pitch. He's gonna face Gregorius. But I already did orange. That kills me. I hate when I have to redo that. All right. So, and then Urshela, and then LeMay. Urshela's going to be a righty. So, you know what? I may not even, just leave it the way it is. I got a good pitcher in there right now. Not going to over manage, but at least I learned the Astros pitcher a little bit. All right. So, Wade Miley's warming up, but he's not going to be coming in yet. Didi Gregorius. Here's the pitch from Will Harris. That's going to be a 1-2-2. And a 1-2-2 Workman. He is not a Workman. Champ or Whiffer. Champ or Whiffer, he's neither. It's a line and caught by the third baseman, Bregman. L5 if you're scoring at home, which you should be doing. And you shouldn't not be, YouTube surfing when I'm rolling some dice here. Have to send the KGB and the CIA to your house. All right, Gio Urshela. 2 outs, top of the 9th, runner on first. Pitch from Will Harris, ace flash control. And it's 1-1-3. Ace, yes, he is. That's a weak grounder to the first baseman. First baseman is Gurriel. He's going to take it himself. 3 unassisted. And that's all she wrote for the Yanks in the top of the 9th. So Will Harris looking good for Will Harris. Verlander went 8 innings, gave up 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits, 6 hits in 8 innings. Gave up 4 runs, 4 earned runs. Walked 1, 2, 3. Walked 3 batters, struck out 1, 4, 5, 8. Struck out 8 batters and gave up 1 big home run to Gary Sanchez, the 3-run shot. So we go to the bottom half of the 9th inning. I've been noticing that the Yankees have been shut out pretty much by the pitching staff, by the Astros pitching staff. So Adam Ottavino. You know what? We're going to pull Adam Ottavino and bring in somebody else simply because we don't want to wear down. So let's see. We got a lefty coming up. Perfect. So Zach Britton is going to come in. Zach Britton. And Zach Britton is going to be blue. He's blue because the Yanks aren't winning this yet. So he's going to face Bradley Altuve and Bregman. Is Bregman a righty or a lefty? He's a righty, isn't he? Yeah. So he's going to face, let's see what happens here. All right. Here's the pitch to Brantley. It's 1-4-6. Flash. He is flash. Unless he's a good eye, he's not. That's a strikeout. 1 down. Bottom of the 9th, 4-4. Astros Yankees, 2019. Game 2. Astros lead the series 1-0. Altuve. Here's the pitch from Zach Britton. 2-3-5. 2-3-5. Wild. He's semi-wild. The Saturday says no. Eager. Altuve's not eager. Ground ball, second base, unless he's patient. He is not. 2 away. So Altuve grounds out. He's 2 for 4 on the day, and it's Alex Bregman. Bregman is 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Got a monster card. Here's Alex Bregman. And that's a 4-5-6. 4-5-6. Asked me if he's patient. He's semi-patient. The side guy says no. That's a fly ball, shallow center. In comes Gardner. He's there. And he makes the catch. Now, this is going to take us to the team chemistry chart. Now we're just going to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 9th. And going to see what happens here. This is the chemistry chart for the Yanks and LeMahieu. Here's the pitch from Harris. 1-6. 1-6 is batting team dissonance. No. So it's a walk. Leadoff batter walks. And we're going to bring in a new pitcher for the Astros. And lefty. It's going to be Hector Rendon. And he's going to be purple. Face Judge. He's going to be an ace here. Hector Rendon. Harris goes an inning, walks 2. Harris goes an inning, walks 2. Well, he still may give up a run. We'll see what happens. But he's out of there. All right, so we're on the team chemistry chart. Aaron Judge. Here's the pitch. 2-5. No, we just did the team chemistry chart. Excuse me. So then I got to let me roll the whole thing again. There it is. 2-3-5. 2-3-5 says wild. Is he wild? He is not wild. Eager. He is not eager. It's a ground ball to second base unless he's patient. The side that says he is patient. He draws a walk. So ball 4. So back-to-back walks by the Astros pitching puts runners on first and second at the top of the 10th inning using history maker baseball. A lot of fun, guys. Miley was the only lefty on the 20. Really? Thanks, ID Jester. Huh, that's interesting. Good. So I won't be, racking my brains trying to find a lefty. Hector Rendon against Gardner. We're going to bring in Miley, the only lefty that they have on here, to face Gardner. Wade Miley is going to face Gardner now. So Rendon is out. He just faced one batter. Gave up a walk. And next is going to be yellow. And we're going to bring in Wade Miley. He is star flash control, but for the first batter, he's going to be ace. Wade Miley. All right. And Gardner, going to allow Gardner to bat. Here's the pitch, and it's a 2-3-4. Runners on base, yes. So it's going to be a plate drama result. Something can happen here. A wild pitch or a pass ball. 5-6. Catcher gold. Maldonado is not gold. So makes the stout high pitch ball. Otherwise, over the catcher's head, wild pitch. So both runners move up with nobody out. Wild pitch. And he goes to third on the third batter's at bat or result. Wild pitch by Miley. And that gives us a red column, which that's a big advantage now for the Yanks, because red basically is player experience, and he's an icon. Well, they're both icons, the pitcher and the batter. So we're going to have to roll 2 dice again with the decider die. Gardner, wild pitch by Miley. Let me write that in. So big wild pitch by Miley. Here's the pitch to Gardner. That's a 2-6. Infield's going to be in for the Astros. 2-6. Infield in. And that's going to ask me, icon pitcher. Yes, experienced batter strikes him out. So experienced with batter strikes him out. Icon pitcher. I love that. So their time spent in the league has an effect on their performance, which is very, very cool, something that no other game does. I mean, so if you could be a rookie, you could be a semi-rookie, you could be experienced or semi-experienced. 4 wild pitches should be. Okay, well, unfortunately for the Astros, he basically threw one over the catcher's head in that situation. Yeah, and he's semi-control. So he's basically he walked quite a few guys to be semi-control. I mean, not in an inordinate amount of guys, but so it's Encarnacion with runners on second and third in the infield in. Miley came in to pitch to one batter, and that's going to be it for Miley, I believe. We're going to bring in a right-hander now, and he's going to be an ace. Let's see who we bring in. You know what? Let's see. In this situation, we're going to bring in Roberto Osuna, the closer. We're going to bring in Osuna, the closer. And that's what happens in these modern games. I mean, you really get a chance to really bring in pitchers. That's what it's all about. Next year, hopefully with the new rules, you'll have to pitch to 3 batters. You won't be able to pitch to 1 batter and leave. So Miley's out. So next year, Miley will have to stay in. Osuna is going to pitch now. He's a star flash double control. He's going to face Encarnacion. And we are going to roll. Encarnacion against Roberto Osuna, who's an ace to this batter only. Infield is in. 2-2-3. 2-2-3 wild. He is not wild. Slugger or utility. So he's semi-utility. Decided die says no. So that's going to be line base hit. Runner active runner score from and Judge is not active, so he's going to stop. So the Yanks go up 5-4 on the Encarnacion single off Roberto Osuna. Runners on first and third now. Infield's in for the Astros. Giancarlo Stanton. Here's the pitch from Osuna, and it's 3-3-6. 3-3-6 ace. He's not an ace anymore. Satsack utility or patient. He's not Satsack. He is patient. That's called strike 3. So that's a backwards K. A backwards K on Giancarlo Stanton. That's out number 2. And now we go to Torres. I don't know why I have Urshela there. It should be Torres. Then Urshela. No, actually, Urshela's at the back of that. All right. Gleyber Torres, who is 0 for 4 on the day with 2 strikeouts, and he grounded into a double play. Gleyber Torres against Roberto Osuna here in the top of the ninth. The Yanks lead it. Came up with a run thanks to the RBI single by Edwin Encarnacion. And that's 123. Both flash and fresh. Well, he is fresh. He just came in, and that's a flash. That's a strikeout. And that retires the Yankees, but not before the Yankees pick up 1 run on 1 hit, and they lead it 5-4. We're going into the bottom of the 10th inning. Zach Britton. The Yanks are going to bring in Colin Chapman. In comes Chapman to finish it off. So let's look at Chapman, who originally started with the Cincinnati Reds. And this is his second tour of duty with the Yankees. The Yankees traded him at the trading deadline a couple of years ago. He ended up in the World Series with the Cubs. Chapman, Aroldis Chapman. He's a left-hander. He is going to be yellow, and he is going to face Alvarez, Gurriel, and Correa. All have great power. So don't count the Astros out. 5-4 game, bottom of the 10th. Aroldis Chapman's going to face Yordan Alvarez. He's a slugger, home run king, so he's a legend type. Here's the pitch from Chapman, and it's a 125. Struggler, no. Patient. He is not patient, and he's a whiffer, semi-whiffer, but he's a whiffer because the decided die says he is. That's a strikeout. Alvarez down swinging. Chapman threw it right by him. So Chapman's really developed a pretty flyer, slider, excuse me. And it's Yuli Gurriel. Now, he's got good power as well, semi-slugger, semi-home run king. So we don't want that decided die to come up bullet. We want to avoid that if you're a Yankee fan. If you're an Astros fan, you definitely want the bullet coming up. Here's the pitch. And it's 125. Struggler again. He's not a struggler. Patient. He's not patient. And it's a ground ball unless he is whiffer. He is not. Ground ball to third. Urshela fires to first. And he retires Gurriel for the second out. There's 2 outs now. The Yanks are 1 out away from tying the series at 1 apiece. The game was Verlander versus Severino. Severino went 5 and Verlander went 8. Carlos Correa tripled. He singled twice, so he's 3 for 4 on the day with 2 runs scored. He's a slugger and a semi-home run king, so again, we want to avoid certain numbers, particularly 133. That's a killer number. Here's the pitch from Aroldis Chapman. 2 outs, bottom of the 10th inning. Yankees are up 5-4. That's a 145 struggler, no, and that's grounded to the third baseman, Urshela, across the diamond, and Correa out by half a step at first base, and Correa wants him to look at it. So they're holding up They're holding up here. The Astros bullpen says they want to look at it, and we're going to check and see if there's going to be a review of this play. We're going to roll to see if it's a bullet. They're going to review this last play at first base. And no, they do not review it. There's not enough evidence to tell that if he's no, he's definitely out. You can see it clearly on the replay. The game is over. The Yankees tie the series at 1 apiece. Holy smokes. Again, the Yankees bullpen came through in a colossal fashion. And I'll go through that. That's basically my prediction. That's going to be the difference in the series, the Yankee bullpen. And that's 1 strikeouts, none. So I'll tell you in a second what the Yankee bullpen did. Pretty impressive. Once again, even Zach Britton came in and went 1, 2, 3. Chapman came in an inning, and he went 1, 2, 3 with 1 strikeout. So the Yankee bullpen went 5 innings, gave up only 1 hit. So far, the Yankee bullpen has pitched 9 innings, has allowed 2 hits in 2 games. Most of the score, well, actually, there's another hit there, 3 hits in 9 innings, but no runs. And most of the runs the Yankees have given up to the Astros has been by the starting pitchers. So again, that's my prediction. I'm going to set up another game, play a few of them today. Again, History Maker Baseball is a blast. If you don't have it, you should check it out and watch my videos. And there's a couple other videos out there that are outstanding that show you how to play it. But it's very, very simple to play. There's some, I have really, to be honest, and it's a little shameful to admit it, I've really never read the rules officially. I've thumbed through them, I've scanned through them, and then I've gone to look for specific things. And so I just started playing right away. You can actually find, the first thing I ever did with History Maker Baseball was, I think, the winter of last year, where I played 40 games. I believe Tom Seaver, I replayed Tom Seaver's 1969 season. That was a blast. And I learned the game, and guys would kind of join the game, and they'd give me tips, and then they'd send me messages telling me, hey, you screwed up here, you screwed up there. So that's basically how I learned the game, by making a lot of mistakes. So anyway, that's it. CP Cards and Dice is going to sign off for now. The Yankees win this game by a score of 5-4. We're going to the Bronx after this. Yanks had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. And the Astros had 5, 7, 8 hits. Yanks with 1 error, Astros with none. So the line score is Yanks 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Astros 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The loss is going to go to who was pitching here. The loss is going to go to Orange. Let's see. Going to go to Harris, I believe. Harris is going to get the loss. And the win is going to go to Britton, Zach Britton. And then the save is going to go to Chapman. So that's it. The Yankees win it 5-4 thanks to a Edwin Encarnacion single after Wade Miley came in and threw a wild. He walked Judge and then threw a wild pitch. Well, actually, he threw the wild. He walked Judge, and then who was the wild? Yeah, he threw the wild pitch, right? Wild pitch. Wade Miley threw that wild pitch. So that's the story there. And Miley went 0.1. Miley struck out. Yeah, the walk was by Rendon. So Rendon, Wade Miley went 0.1, and then it was Osuna who went 0.2, gave up gave up a big hit. The run counted against Harris. Rendon had that walk. Miley struck out the batter. He struck out Gardner. Before striking out Gardner, threw the wild pitch. Osuna had a strikeout, and Osuna gave up the hit, but he didn't get charged with the run. The loss goes to Harris. So 8, 9, 10. And that's it, guys. So this is CP Cards and Dice. Hey, if you want any comments, man, if you have any comments, any questions, any advice, any hey, you screwed up here or there, anything you want to say, you can do it in the right comment section under my videos. So I always like talking to you guys. Hey, there, Al, Red Sox fan. I have a lot of guys stopping by, man. This is like drive-bys. I had so many guys. Jester was here for a while. 61 walks and 167 innings. I only threw 4 wild pitches. That should be good game. Thanks. Okay. Yeah, thank you guys as well for playing great games. I watch you guys all the time, and there's just limited time. I work pretty long days, and I like sometimes I like to I miss out on stuff, but cool. So anyway, that's the ball game. Yankees win it by a score of 5-4. It was Edwin Encarnacion in the top of the 10th inning who singled home LeMahieu, who had walked, and then was moved over to second when Judge walked. And then Wade Miley came in through a wild pitch, advanced both batters to second and third. There was a strikeout of Gardner by Miley, and then they called in Ozuna, and Ozuna faced Encarnacion, and Encarnacion singled to left, driving in LeMahieu, and that was the winning run. So Encarnacion actually had 2 hits on the day. He had a double, scored 2 runs. He went 2 for 4. And this is a pretty nice little box score. If you want, if you look at it, score sheet, a nice little score sheet. Because over here on the right, and this is right from the play site. That's 4 at bats, 1 run, no hits, no RBIs. You see, it actually has at bats, runs, hits, and RBIs, and you can fill that in. It gives you an idea. This is how I decide who's going to be my hot batter for the following day. 0 for 4 for Gardner, and it was 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored for Encarnacion with 1 big RBI there, a huge RBI. Stanton walked twice. He went 1 for 3. And it was 0 for 5. So he's going to be my cold batter, and he was my hot batter for this game. Now he becomes a cold batter. Oh, he had 1 run scored. 1 for 3 for Sanchez, a big home run for Gary Sanchez. That was huge, 3-run shot that put the Yanks ahead early. And then 1 for 4 for Gregorius. Yeah, 1 for 4 with an RBI. And it was 1 for 4 for Urshela. And for the Astros had 5 at bats. Springer had 5 at bats, no hits. Then it was 4 at bats for Brantley. He had a walk and a run scored. Then Altuve went 2 for 4, no runs scored, but he had a stolen base. And it was 0 for 3 for Bregman with 2 walks, 2 Ws. And then 0 for 4 for Alvarez with 1 walk. Gurriel went 0 for 5. Holy smokes. Correa had 3 hits. Correa had 3 hits, an RBI, a run scored, and 4 at bat. And 5 at bats. And he had no RBI. Nope, he didn't have no RBI. Then it was Reddick who had an RBI. Reddick had 3 hits, scored 1, and 3 at bats. So Reddick's going to be the hot batter. He went 3 for 3 with a triple, a double. He was a home run away from the cycle. And then Martin Maldonado, 3-0-0-0, and that's 2 RBIs, but they had 4 runs. So I think I missed a couple RBIs somewhere. Well, one run scored on an error. I know that. Reddick had an RBI. Who else had an RBI? Reddick had an RBI. So Altuve got an RBI, and I didn't give him credit for that. So an RBI for Altuve, And then an RBI here for 2 RBIs for Reddick. There you go. Problem solved. All right, so Reddick is going to be the hot batter for the next game. Cold batter is going to be Gurriel, 0 for 5. Holy smokes. For the next game, Yanks is going to be Encarnacion with 2 hits. He'll be the hot batter. And the cold batter is going to be Gardner or LeMahieu. Well, Gardner, at least he scored a run. Gardner did not. Oh, we got 0 for 5 here for Torres. He's going to be the cold batter. So that's the next game. All right, guys. We're going to New York, the Bronx. I'll see you later. Again, make comments about anything you want. I wish you guys the best. Thanks for stopping by. You're a great community, great bunch of guys, and we'll keep on rolling and having fun doing it. Take care.